Hello, my name is John Howe. I'm an EOD/IED security specialist with VisiConsult Xray. And today we're going to talk to you about integrating a portable EOD X-ray system with a robot system to assist a bomb technician in discovering the invisible. What we're going to do today is break down a scenario that a bomb technician would encounter with an IED. And in this scenario, the IED is a toolbox. Now we've made this toolbox actually clear so you can see inside of it and you can see all of the different components of the IED. So there's no clutter inside here. It's very easy to see all the different components. You have a battery, you have a switch, you have a safe and arming switch, you have the actual explosive charge, and you have the detonator inserted into the explosive charge. Now typically when you see somebody show you an X-ray or the problem that a bomb technician would encounter when they're X-raying something, they're going to show it to you like this, where it's very easy to pick out all the components of the IED. The reality is if I take this toolbox and I lay it down on this table, the angle and orientation that's going to show up in the X-ray is not that very easy and simplistic orientation. So the first thing we're going to show you is that very easy, simplistic, and unrealistic representation of an IED. So in this one we can clearly see the power source, the toggle switch, also the safe and arming switch, the explosive charge, and the detonator. Simple problem, easy to solve, no issues whatsoever, but this is not reality. Now one of the added features that VisiConsult can provide in our software is the ability to do material discrimination using dual energy. And that's the next image we're going to show you. So what happens is when you switch it over to the dual energy imaging, it provides you three basic colors that are telling you what type of materials that you're looking at. All of the metals or metallic items in an IED are going to turn blue. The majority of the components in an IED, the battery, the switches, the fragmentation, are typically made of metal, and these items will be showcased in the color blue. Your organic materials, like explosives, most of your explosives will turn orange. However, some of them do turn green, which is the mid-range or mixed material. And as you can see here, the explosives turn orange, but there's no clutter. There's an easy angle. This is not a realistic representation of an IED. So what we're going to do is we're going to next show you with this IED, no clutter, laid down on the table in the exact configuration that a bomb tech would shoot the X-ray. And then we'll show you what that looks like in this next image. So at the top we have the grayscale image, and at the bottom we have the material discrimination. So again, the issue is that it's much more difficult for the bomb tech to figure out exactly what they're looking at. The batteries don't so much look like batteries anymore at this angle. It's much more difficult for them to figure out. The switch is much harder to image. The explosive shows up very nicely. Shows up in the color orange, and we can still see the detonator and the blasting cap. So even at this angle with no clutter, the potential exists that the bomb tech could figure this out, but it is definitely much more challenging than the unrealistic angle we showed you before. But let's add to this. The reality is this is a toolbox, and it's probably going to have clutter or tools inside of it. So we're going to take a bunch of tools and start putting them in the toolbox. And when we start adding all these materials to this item, you're going to see very quickly that all of these components become much more difficult to image in this X-ray machine. So when we close this back up, you can no longer see all those individual easy components to make out the IED. And this is going to happen to the bomb tech downrange. So now we have all of this different clutter inside of it. This is realistic. This is exactly what the bomb tech's going to see. And this is what VisiConsult looks at as far as trying to solve problems for bomb technicians. And this is the X-ray image they're going to see. It has now become an extremely difficult problem to solve. This is reality. So we have to provide the bomb technician a way to try to figure out, do I have an IED? And if I do, how do I render it safe? That's the most important factors for the bomb technician in this scenario. In this image, it's almost next to impossible for him to do those two things. So what he's going to have to do is he's going to have to go back down range. He's going to have to move his panel, move his X-ray generator to get another angled shot of this IED in the hopes that he's going to be able to figure out what's inside there. So he probably is going to shoot it at this angle next. And that's the next image that we're going to show you. So again, we see that there's a lot of clutter. All the components that you could clearly see before when there was no clutter inside of it. and at an easy angle are next to impossible to identify. So again, the bomb technician is sitting here going, what do I have? Do I have an IED? If I did have an IED, where would I disrupt this at? Where would I take my shot to make it safe? He can't get that from this image, so he has to go back downrange and take another shot of this X-ray machine. This is the third time now. We call this time on target. The longer that bomb tech exposes himself to this device, the more hazard there is to this bomb tech. So VisiConsult came up with a solution to this problem by integrating to the robot the X-ray system and providing the capability to take all of these different angled shots without forcing the bomb tech to go back downrange. Now in the last scenario, what's going to happen is he's going to have to place the X-ray generator on the floor, shooting up through the device, and develop a rig to place his panel up above this so he can get that last and final shot and hopefully telling me everything he needs to know. But again, with the EOD VisiConsult robot integration with X-ray, the robot does this for them. It can literally come in just like this and take this X-ray shot without him having to be downrange and set all this up. So we'll show you the last and final image. Now we get a better clarity of each item that's inside of this package, even with the tools. And again, my batteries come out very nice and neat. You see that they turn blue like all of the metal items. We can see the switch over on the side. We can see the wires connecting the safe and arming switch. And we can even follow the wires all the way into the blasting cap, which is now into this orange mass, which is the explosives. 3 different shots the bomb tech had to take, exposing himself to this target. VisiConsult integrating itself with a Telerobe robot, one of the people we work with, we were able to do all this without the bomb tech ever having to go downrange. Hard problems, modern solutions. This is what we do at VisiConsult. We discover the invisible. So if you have any questions about robot integration with X-ray, please contact us here at VisiConsult. You can even contact me on LinkedIn or instant message me if you've got more information or questions that you need. We have manufacturing representatives all over the world, and we can provide you the information you need. And we also have distributors with different robot companies who we've integrated these systems with already. So there's packages and platforms that we have available for you right now that can save your bomb technicians from spending too much time on target and help them to discover the invisible.